Hello, my friends. This is Adriana James. I want to share with you something very interesting today because many people inquire to our website about peak performance or presentation skills. Based on the feedback that and the worries these people have, one of them is how to use language. For instance, if you present in front of a group of business people and you present a project, you are going to speak what's called corporate lingo, right? You are not going to speak like when you present something in front of a group of just normal people that you address for other reasons. But that led me to something very interesting. One of the things that we teach in the Master Practitioner is the ability there are two ways of thinking and speaking. Actually, speaking and listening. One is called inferential and one is called literal. So a inferential person will never say directly what they want to say. They'll beat around the bush. A literal speaker will say, this is it, right? Straight direct. Same thing happens with listening. But in the corporate world, you have to learn to speak without saying it directly. In general, the protocol is that in a business and corporate world, you just don't say things straight into the point. People may get triggered. So anyway, for instance, one of the expressions, the jargon is, let's circle back on this, which means let's revisit this topic again at a later time, which actually means I don't want to think about this now. We'll come later. I'll think of it later. I don't want to do it now. But you don't say, I don't want to do it now. You say, oh, let's circle back on this later. Another example, that part of the project is not new. Excuse me? What it means is actually that part of the project is new, and what it really means is the part of the project is new, and I'm verbally underlying the word new. Another one that's really good. Listen. You heard this so many times. After careful consideration, we have decided to pivot. It's kind of familiar, very much used. What it means is after careful consideration, we have decided to change direction. What it really means is we made a mistake. It doesn't work. So these are differences between in NLP, in the Master Practitioner, we have in the section called meta programs. This is just a little example. One meta program, which is called literal versus inferential. Now, this is speaking. I gave you example of speaking, but the same happened in listening. So a literal listener, if you tell them, I'm thirsty, they will continue the conversation thinking, okay, you're thirsty. You told me you're thirsty. An inferential listener will feel compelled to stand up, go grab a glass, fill it with water, and give it to you. Because they'll read in what you said, please give me a glass of water. Nothing's wrong and nothing's right, because meta programs are just filters by which we process the information. But the misunderstanding and the lack of knowledge about this, how people process information, can lead to serious problems, be it in the corporate world, be it in the presentation, because when you present in front of a group of people, right? You have to do a presentation. Could be business, could be corporate, could be general population, could be young adults, could be anything. And you assume that what you have in your head comes out right and they'll understand it. But not all people are like you. Some are inferential, some are literal. So then what do? You learn how to speak for everybody. And that's part of what I teach. So just bringing this to your attention, these little things, if you just pay attention, can make a little difference. Just to close, I'll give you another example. It is what it is. Oh, I heard this so many times. And the first time I heard it, me personally, what does it mean? It is what it is. It's just like stating the self-obvious. The obvious, it is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. But what it means, it's we have no control over this situation. Can't change it, can't do anything about it. And what it really means in some cases is I feel like I have to say something, so I'm just going to say this because I don't have anything else to say. See how it works? Anyway, be well, my friends.